Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allie and I do plan with me videos in my Erin Condren hourly life planner. Long time no see, kind of. It's been a couple of weeks since I've put a video out. I have been planning, of course, but life has just been very, very busy. Yeah, the last couple of weeks have been a little crazy, hectic, all good things. I've just been really busy and I didn't really have a whole lot of time to actually sit down and film. Obviously I had time to plan, but when it came to like filming, talking, and even editing, I just simply did not have the time. So I do apologize for some missing videos. Maybe you didn't even notice, that's fine too. But yeah, things have been really good, just really busy. Like I said a few weeks back, we're getting into a very busy season, so I do apologize if in the future I will try not to miss a whole lot of videos because I don't want to be that person. But if I do skip a week here and there, I do apologize. It's simply because I'm trying to keep afloat and I don't want to force myself to do something that, I don't know, I don't really have to. Yeah, I just don't want to like burn myself out with all of the responsibilities and things that I have to do. So I am a mother of two. I do own my own business, which is really amazing. I love being self-employed. However, with that comes the fact that I'm working more than 40 hours a week. So, but yes, I do love doing Plan With Me's and I love putting them out. But sometimes it has to fall back down on the priority list in order to get other priorities done. With that being said, let's get started. This week we are using PlannerKate kit, mini kit 747, and I am using the sampler sheet and I am using the brush stroke headers. I did already put the date dots on. Also, if you noticed, I still have a couple of my press-on nails on, so let's not judge. That glue is just really stuck on there. I actually had to end up cutting them down because they were getting so long and they were driving me crazy. But so yeah, that's why my nails look wonky and mismatched still. Let's get started. We are planning out the week of Monday, October 13th through October 19th. Holy cow. Already getting halfway through October. I know I sound like a broken record because I say this every single week, but how are we almost through the month already? It just started. I need something to cut my washi with. Let's see. That's good. That's a good washi cutter. So if you watched my October Plan With Me, why does it look like I always put this down crooked? I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm blaming the fact that it is super thick and chunky right here. But anyway, if you saw my October Plan With Me, you might have saw that this is the week that I should be going to Disney with my daughter. Well, that's not happening, unfortunately. Long story short, I waited way too long and I forgot to purchase plane tickets. So the only plane tickets that were left going down to Disney were the either stupid overpriced plane tickets or the plane tickets that were flying into Orlando at like 11 p.m. And Disney is, if you're not a Disney person, I'm sure you do not know that this year they are doing a special where the day that you check into your resort, you get a free admission to one of their water parks. And that is something that I absolutely want to do with my daughter. I've done it twice this year in previous trips and it's a blast. It's so much fun and I know that my daughter would love it. So, yeah, we're not going to fly in and check in at our resort at 11 p.m. when we can't enjoy the free admission to the water park. So those 11 p.m. flights are just out of question. So in other words, we are booking, or I moved our trip to November. I hate moving my Disney trips around. I do not like it, but it is what it is. So yeah, especially when my kids are involved. Like if I'm going to Disney by myself, which I absolutely do, I don't mind like pushing my trip back if I have to. But when my kids are looking forward to going, I don't like telling them like, hey, sorry, we have to push the trip back another month. Thankfully, my daughter's 8.5. She understands, she gets it. She was a little bummed, but she was like, oh, it's okay. You know, we're still going. So there's always cat hair everywhere. If you see me going like this a lot, it's because I have cats and a dog, and their hair is just flying all over the place. Speaking of cats, I hear one wanting to get into the room. Come on. Okay. So that is why we are not going to Disney this month. That is okay. What else? Oh, dates. So yes, this week it is fall break for my kids. So with that being said, since we are not doing anything, their dad actually, his work schedule is going to be changing as of this week on the 13th. He will be working Monday through Friday, which is exciting because that means he gets the weekends off. So even more exciting is he'll get to go to my daughter, or he'll get to go to our daughter's basketball games on Saturdays, which she will have the next week, the following week after this one. So yeah, he will be working Monday through Friday. So I am actually planning on having my kids go to their grandparents 3 days this week, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, because I still need to work, and it's much easier to accomplish anything like work-wise when my kids are out of the house. So I do want to do some things with them and spend time with them during the day on their fall break. So I'm gonna take Tuesday and Wednesday off, and we're going to do some activities. I'm not really sure what. I think we're gonna do a zoo day, and I think Wednesday. I was looking to do something cheap or free, so I think Wednesday I'm gonna find a park nearby that we don't really go to a lot. It's a newer type park for them. We're going to do that, I think. So our zoo membership is free. So, well, free, you know what I mean? We've already paid for it. Okay. Moving along, we're going to get habits done. So the habits that we are going to track this week is reading and meditation. So let's get that in. All right. And I did pull aside the other stickers that I knew I would need. If you're new here, I pretty much only use PlannerKate stickers in my Erin Condren. I do buy other stickers from like Coffee Monsters Co. and Chrissy Ann Designs, places like that, but I use those in my journal, in any other planners that I might have. But my Erin Condren is strictly for, usually almost always for PlannerKate. So if you have a question about where I got the stickers, if you're new here, then yes, chances are it's PlannerKate. All right, so we're going to do meditation and reading. And speaking of reading, actually, let me get my habits header in. Speaking of reading, I finally finished The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I did love it. I liked it a lot. This week I am reading Salem's Fall by, let me see if I can say this right, Rektok Ross. I don't, it's Rektok and then Ross, Ross. So I'm probably about 25% of the way into that, and I really like it so far. So I'm excited about that one. Let me put this down. And then we can do our reading. So yes, if you have read this one, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, I'm 25% of the way in, and I really like it so far. It's getting really exciting. Okay, it is what week are we planning out? Week 42. We'll use this guy. I am going to move that back down because it is spring break. Holy moly. It is fall break. So I want to write that in too. Let's go ahead and do our this week first, and then we'll write in the fall break after that. It is Friday the 10th when I'm filming this, and I'm filming it a little bit earlier today because I have a very busy day today. Yesterday on the Thursday the 9th, I actually went with my daughter on her school field trip, and that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to do that. So I didn't get to do my weekly grocery shopping. Typically I do grocery shopping every Thursday, and so I did not get to do that yesterday. So I need to film this today. I need to get grocery shopping done. And then I have to make a lot of bracelets. If you don't know, I am self-employed, and I sell crystals, and I hand make my own jewelry, and I sell it, and I actually name every single piece that I make. I name it after a Taylor Swift song. So as you can imagine, with her new album coming out, I actually had, a couple of weeks ago, I released a bracelet called the Life of a Showgirl bracelet. This is actually, I can show you, this is mine that I made for myself. Yeah, I made this, and I put it up on my website and on my Etsy. I have an Etsy and a Shopify. And as you can imagine, with the release, it's been selling very, very well. So I've been very busy making lots of bracelets and getting those orders out the door, because I do try to get my orders out within a very quick time frame, like 1 to 2 days. I try to make them and put them in the mail. Typically, I already have the jewelry already made, ideally. However, with these bracelets, I was getting more orders in than I had made. So I've been making them basically made to order. So very, very grateful that sales have been very good in the last couple of weeks. So with that being said, that's one reason why I did not have time to film a Plan With Me. So moving on, let's get moving because I have lots to do today. I am going to make the dashes for my dinners. I don't think, since my kids are out of school this week, I did pull some pickup stickers for the days that I'm going to pick them up from their grandparents' house. However, I don't think I'm going to create a space for those, if you know what I mean. Let's just move on. You'll see what I mean if you don't. Okay, and with that being done, I am going to put in my meal icons for our dinners. I think I want to use the orange ones. All right, those are in. Since my kids are in school, they don't have special classes. Let's write fall break in. All right, that's good enough. Let's move on to the actual days. Okay, so with Monday being Indigenous Peoples Day, I'm not 100% sure. I know the banks are closed. However, I'm not sure about trash. That's Monday is usually when we get our trash pickup. I'm not sure if it will pick up that day or not, but I'm going to just put it in the planner like normal. So I guess we'll find out when they pick it up or not. Okay, next, my kids are going to be at their grandparents' on Monday. So I'm going to do pickup. They're going to be there on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So let's just go ahead and put those pickups in. Okay. I do want to I did not do any workouts. As you can see, I kind of wrote them in, like just a couple of walks, but I did not end up getting them done because, yeah, it was just so busy. Such a busy week. But this week I should be able to at least do walks. So on Monday, I'm planning on doing a walk and a lower body workout. So let's put walk in. I do have a couple of sheets of these, so I do kind of want to start using them. And then, what did I say, lower body? Let's do the orange. I don't know if I like that actually. Let's put this up because I did want to use an icon. So let's use that instead. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. Other than that, not much else is happening on Monday. Obviously, I'm going to be getting some work done, making more jewelry, and sending out any orders that have come in over the weekend. Moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, my kids are going to be home with me because I want to spend time with them during their fall break. So unfortunately, their dad has to work. So on Tuesday, I will be taking them to the zoo. Let's use this cute sticker for Zoo Day. And I do want to use a full box. Let's use this one. we will probably head out around 10 a.m. Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice Tuesday and Wednesday, especially on Tuesday. I think the high is like 75 degrees, so that's perfect weather in my opinion. And it's supposed to be sunny too. I think that's it for Tuesday, actually. Moving on to Wednesday, I do want to take my kids, like I said, to a newer to them playground. And then I was thinking we could go to a place nearby that is we enjoy going to. It's called Frigid Frog. They sell ice cream, snow cones, cookies. It's a good little local place. So I'm thinking we will do that. Let's do that around noon. And then we'll go to the playground first. And then before we head home, we'll stop at Frigid Frog. Yeah. And then that's the plan for Wednesday. And then I also have my usual things like I need to meal plan and clean out the photos in my phone. So let's do meal plan. I'm realizing I forgot my cell phone sticker again. I seem to forget that icon quite often. Let's do meal plan up here, actually. And then let's grab a cell phone icon. There we go. These binders are also from PlannerKate, if you can't tell. All right. And then I also need to do my Shopify transfer. So anytime, basically every other week, I pay myself through my Shopify. I just send that money, any money that I make or earn, I send that to my bank account to pay myself, to give myself a paycheck, basically. So let's write that in. I'm going to do that Wednesday so that it should show up in my bank account on Thursday. Okay, I think that's it for Wednesday. Payday should be on Thursday. Like I said, usually when I do the transfer, it will show up the next business day. So let's put that in. And then as far as workouts go, I'm going to walk and then do some yoga. Let's actually try to put a dot there. We'll see how that looks. Yeah. I like that better. Okay, and then I also need to do groceries. I need to go grocery shopping. Yeah, we'll use this one. Okay, that's it for Thursday. Friday, we have weigh-in day. And then we are going to try and do a walk and a upper body workout. Let's try and do that. Kind of smush that in there. Also, there is before I put my plan with me in, there is a gem and mineral and jewelry show that comes twice a year, in the spring and in the fall. Basically, I like to stock up as much as I can on any beads of gemstones that I use to make my jewelry. So I do plan on going to that on Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it's easier for me to go on Friday. That's the day I won't have my kids. So it does cost an admission to get in. So I prefer to go by myself. So I'm only paying for myself to go in. And I know the tables to go to the vendors that I like to buy from. So I pay to go in, and then I go straight to those tables. In years past, I've kind of looked around, taken my time, done some personal shopping if I wanted to, but I don't really have the need to do that this year. I really just want to get in, go to the vendors that I like to purchase beads from, and then buy what I'm looking for, and then just head home. So we are going to do that, and then after that, I will be doing my plan with me. So let's do... let's mark it like this. I started to spell mineral wrong, so that's why it looks a little stupid. We'll put that there, and then we can do our wonderful plan with me before I have to pick up my children from my in-laws. Film, and then let's not forget this cute doodle girl. The last couple of weeks, I feel like I haven't been able to fit her in. My husband is vacuuming in the living room, so if you hear that in the background, I apologize. I haven't been able to use this cute doodle girl in the last couple of weeks because my Fridays have been very, very busy, and I haven't been able to fit her in my planner. So there she is. All right. Is that it for Friday? Yes, it looks like that's it for Friday. Okay. Saturday. Now, as of this week, now that my husband is off on the weekends, yay, we can actually have family days Saturdays and Sundays. So he said that since football has started, he wants to have chill Sundays, like where we don't really leave the house if he doesn't want to or if he doesn't need to. So I think we're going to switch our family outings to Saturdays. at least for the fall and yeah, in early winter because, you know, football season, whatever. So yes, Saturday, I do want to do some journal prep. Let's use this icon. I don't need my tweezers to write down journal prep. All right, and then as far as plans go, I'm not 100% sure if we will go to this because it is a little bit of a drive. But here in Indiana, we have something called the Covered Bridge Festival. It is basically an entire county of vendors and fall themed type events. And it's been so long since I've been. I think I've only been once. I've lived here. I've born and raised in Indiana my entire life. So, yeah, I think I've only been to the Covered Bridge Festival once, but it is a very big and very popular event, and I want to take my kids to it. So I'm hoping we can go this Saturday, the 18th. I'm going to write it in. Hopefully we can make that happen. If not, I guess it's not the end of the world. They have it every single year. There's always next year. So I'm going to write that in, and hopefully we get to go. Okay, as far as Saturday goes, that's pretty much all I have planned out. Sunday, I will have to edit my plan with me. And then I want to do my budget, our family budget. Fun stuff. Move this down because since we probably will not be leaving the house much on Sunday, I can do my budget anytime during that day. And then I'll just put edit right there. I do want to attempt to do yoga Sunday evening. I need to pull another yoga script. Here we go. And then of course I also need a yoga mat, another one. Okay. I just realized I did not plan a day for laundry catch up. I usually dedicate one day to putting away laundry that I've just let sit in our bedroom. Clean laundry. So let's do that. I should be able to do it. I know I'm going to be pretty tired after the zoo on Tuesday. So let's try and do a little bit of it on Monday. I don't like putting it on the small one. I think I'm just going to put it by itself. with no box. Oh, that's terrible. What was I thinking? Look at that. It looks so boring and lonely, but that's okay. All right, guys, I think that's it. This week is going to be, oh, maybe I shouldn't say it out loud, but I was going to say this week is going to be a lot more chill than the last couple of weeks, but I guess we'll see how that pans out. It looks on paper more chill. Let's just say that. So we'll see. I'll circle back next week and let you guys know. But yeah, if you enjoyed this plan with me, please give it a like. If you have not subscribed yet, I would appreciate if you did that. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm just under 200 at the moment. So to those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But if you did make it to the end of this video, let's leave another pumpkin emoji. That would be fun because it's going to be a pumpkin themed week. So, but yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.